Using assistive devices as a young person is not for the weak, okay? I use a cane to ambulate, and then I also use a knee scooter for longer distances, which is newer to me. But the amount of people that like question you or like say something to you is just so uncomfortable. This past weekend, I was helping my family with a wedding that they were hosting, and I've never had so many people in one setting like make comments to me. And so my stepmom has like a bakery, and I was sitting in the bakery, which is like part of the venue. And so that's where I was pretty much like the entire night, but I would like occasionally walk around the venue so people would see me. And I remember like during dessert, this older man comes in and he goes, "I remember you, you're the girl with the cane." Like, what do I say to that? I mean, I'm not surprised because I feel like it's mostly old people who do make comments to me. And I know people don't have like bad intentions, but like it's hurtful. Like there's so much more to me than that. And then at another point, my dad and my stepmom were in there with me, and this girl comes in and she asks me what happened to me. And I said, "Oh, I just have a disability." And she goes, "Well, what's your disability?" Are you kidding me? That is none of your business. And so like, I don't know, I have a really hard time being, I guess, what's the word? I guess assertive with people. Obviously, this is something that I've been dealing with for a few years now, and I've tried like different things. When people ask me or they say something, and honestly, it's like a weekly thing that I talk about in therapy. I used to say it was an injury, and people would still ask me like what happened. And now I say I have a disability, which it is a disability now, but people still ask me what it is. And then my boyfriend and I went to like a ice cream truck. I was using my knee scooter at this point, and the guy asked me what happened to me, and I just said like, "Oh, I have a disability." And he asked me what happened, and I just said, "Oh, I had an injury a few years ago, and now I have a disability." And like I tried to shut it down that way. You know what he said? Like I cannot believe he said this, but he literally said, "Oh, well, I get eczema on my hands sometimes, so I know what that's like." Sir, you have no idea what that's like. That is not comparable at all. But the absolute worst is whenever I'm in an elevator. I don't know what it is when people feel like they need to like speak in an elevator because the silence is uncomfortable, but it makes me so uncomfortable because I just know somebody's gonna say something. Someone's gonna ask me, someone's gonna make a comment. I definitely see that people treat me differently with the knee scooter versus when I was using a walker, because with a walker, people associate that with like old people and like disability and that sort of thing. But with a knee scooter, people associate that with an injury. And I feel like the knee scooter actually opens up more conversations, and I hate it. And I find that on the elevator, people will always say like, "Oh, I've been there, like get well soon," like that sort of thing, because it looks like an injury when in reality, like this is my life. It honestly kind of makes me like not want to go out. And I know that's just something that I have to just get comfortable with because that's not going to stop. I get that people are curious and they have good intentions, but I don't know, maybe this video can bring some sort of awareness to this. Treat all people equally. You don't need to know everything. I feel like there's people out there that can probably relate to this, but it's just really frustrating, and I really hope that this resonates with somebody. I try to be 100% honest and open here on my social media. I know sometimes vulnerability is scary, but I know that there's a lot of you on here that follow me that kind of are going through something similar. I just love that we have a community where we can support each other and not feel so alone, and I'm just so grateful.